Well, our HTML file does include HTML tags, but it's still not proper or not properly set up yet, because most HTML documents have some setup tags that we use to establish the page for the browser. So, what I would like to do is take our page that we are working on and let's add some setup tags. First of all, the entire page is enclosed in HTML tag. So, let me add space at the top, and I'll go up there and add my HTML tag. And like all the other tags that we worked so far, I need a closing tag for it. Also, which I'm gonna put down at the bottom of my document. We are using \HTML, so the ending tag is formatted just like the paragraph and strong and M tag that we used before. The HTML tag is referred to as the root, and it basically contains the entire document itself. Now, we can break up the HTML tag in two big parts in our document. At the top, we generally put the head tag. So, let me add a line under HTML and now add an open head tag. And I would go down a line or two and will add a close head tag. The head tag is used to establish the information about the page for the browser, and this is the information that doesn't necessarily appear on the page itself. One very common use of the head tag is to add a title for the page. If I look over here to the browser, we can see that in the tag it just shows the file address, which looks ugly. I just go in here and add a title tag. It's not a bad idea to add the close tag at the starting, and then in between those two tags I can add a normal page title. I'll just add my first web page. Let's save that. The other section inside the HTML tag is the body tag, and that goes below the head tag. So, let me add a line and I'll add the start body tag there. The body is going to enclose all the visible elements on the page. So, I'm gonna add the end body tag down here, below all the paragraphs and before the HTML tag closes. We have got the \body so that it's formatted just like the other elements. And now we have divisions for the setup of our page and the contents of our page. Now, there's really only one more tag that we need to add, and that's up here at the top. This one isn't really a tag, but it's the only thing that's going to exist outside of the HTML root tag that we set up, and that is a doc type declaration. This one looks a little bit different. We started off just like a tag, but we have an exclamation point at the beginning and then the name doc type, which is followed by the declaration of what type of document we have. And since we are using HTML5, we can use a simple one, which is just HTML. The function of this tag is to tell the browser not only what type of document we are working with, that is HTML, but also what version of HTML we are using to code with. And HTML5 has one of the simplest doc type declarations with just the word HTML added to it. Now we have got a document that looks a lot like a typical web page. We have got a head tag for setting up our page with a title, and we have got a body tag that's establishing all the visible content that we want to include on our page. Now let's just save it like before, and we can go out to our browser and refresh the page to see our changes. The first thing you will notice that all the code that we added didn't really change the content on the page, but they did change the setup. We can see that our title now appears up here in the tab, and as a nice bonus, if we had our web page ad on the web live and a user wanted to bookmark the page, it would use this title as the bookmark text instead of the big address that we saw before.